Democratic leaders say they are optimistic that the House will pass a bill banning assault weapons for the first time in nearly 3 decades. Renewed interest in banning those military-style assault rifles came after several back-to-back deadly mass shootings, including the one in Texas that took the lives of 19 at that elementary school. In fact, the measure has the support of the Biden administration. If passed, the bill goes to the Senate, where it is expected to fail.
We've turned our churches, our schools, our shopping centers, our entertainment venues, almost any place, into a battleground.
This bill would do little to prevent the mass shootings or the crime they're saying that it would.
The House Oversight Committee held an emotional hearing earlier this week where executives of gun manufacturer executives said that they should not be held responsible for the recent mass shootings.
Well, speaking of failing bills, a bill to help certain veterans has failed. Republican lawmakers blocked the passage of the PACT Act. The bill would have expanded health care for veterans exposed to toxic burn pits. It passed with bipartisan support in June. A technical issue meant the bill had to be voted on by the House and Senate again. Burn pits were used until around 2010 to get rid of waste on military bases, but they also produced dangerous, toxic smoke. And there's been a firestorm of reaction tonight from veterans across the country about this failed bill. Vietnam vets have fought for years to get better coverage from Agent Orange exposure, and veterans who served in the Gulf War are now getting sick from toxic exposure. Dan Cummins met with a retired Air Force veteran who's dealing with that very issue. Dan?
Melissa, just a month ago, Sherrod Brown came to Toledo and, surrounded by veterans, was so proud Congress was close to approving the PACT Act. But Senate Republicans backed away yesterday. It's become a political football now, and Dan Meyer feels betrayed, calls it un-American.
We send people to war, and we expect to be taken care of when we come home. You know, like if you tell us to go do something, we go do it with no questions asked.
Dan Meyer is 38, a medically retired staff sergeant from the Air Force, lives in West Toledo. Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom. He was exposed to burn pits in 2007, 8, and 9 in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Imagine a city, you know, with 20,000 people and everything that goes into that. So like you've got people that run auto mechanic shops, and you have people that run medical facilities, and all their waste, instead of properly disposing it like they do in the United States, they just bulldoze it into a pile, pour jet fuel on it, and burn it all off. Everything. I mean, vehicles, ammunition cans, paint cans. It was like being in a sandstorm of just smoke, and it made us cough all day long.
Meyer started having health problems in 2010. The lungs were shot and had other side effects. His wife, Danielle, is now a full-time caretaker. They met in high school. After 9/11, he joined the Air Force to serve his country. They just reconnected past few years and were married on the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
We started talking about when we were going to do the wedding, and we kind of threw that date out there, and we're like, you know what? Like, that changed our lives, as teenagers. It changed Dan's life for the rest of his life. And we just wanted to try to turn that day into a positive.
Charles Heiser, executive director from Lucas County Veterans Service Commission, served in the Army and Air Force.
Being a veteran is giving up those years of your life realistically. And then when something happens, you come across issues you're unaware of, be it the Agent Orange or burn pits. I mean, those are things you have to deal with while you're in. And when you come back, it's more of an issue that upsets you. When the VA denies it, or when politics say it didn't happen, and you get stuck in that loop, and you're stuck with medical bills that you didn't plan on. You're stuck with not getting coverage for stuff that happened to you while you were serving in the military, doing what you were told to do. It upsets a lot of veterans.
I was one of the lucky ones who got sick while on active duty, and it's a shame that I have to say I'm lucky that I'm in a wheelchair and on oxygen when so many of my friends who've gotten sick since they got out can't get the benefits that they deserve.
Of course, it's all politics. The Senate Republicans were in favor of the nonpartisan bill until just this week. Now they voted against it. It will eventually pass, but will take more time, something a lot of veterans just do not have. Reporting tonight, I'm Dan Cummins.